There's a car sitting on used lots right now. Basic, no sunroof, no leather, cloth seats, and people are fighting over it at $9,000. It's a decade old, it's boring, and it might be the smartest car purchase you could make in 2026. Here's what I want you to think about before we get into the numbers. Marcus is a warehouse shift supervisor in Columbus, Ohio, 42 years old. He's not looking for a cool car. He's looking for a car that doesn't become a second job. He spent 3 weeks researching used cars. He kept landing on the same one, a 2016 Toyota Corolla LE. Basic, boring, and priced higher than he expected for something that old. By the end of this video, you're going to find out if Marcus made the right call. And more importantly, you're going to understand the real reason a 10-year-old economy car still commands prices that make people do a double take. Stay with me, because the number we get to at the end is going to change how you think about buying used. Marcus pulled up the listing on a Tuesday night. 2016 Toyota Corolla LE, 141,000 miles, one previous owner, clean title, and the price, sitting right there, $9,000. His first reaction was, that can't be right. He'd been looking at other cars in the same price range, newer models, more features, more miles for the money, on paper. But here's the thing, when this Corolla rolled off the lot in 2016, the original buyer paid $18,735 for it. Now let that sink in. Nearly $19,000 for a base model Corolla with cloth seats and a basic radio. Now it's 2026, 10 years later, and someone, probably you, maybe Marcus, is paying somewhere between $7,500 and $10,500 for that same car. That's a car that's lost somewhere between 35 and 45% of its original value over 10 years. Marcus looked at that and thought, wait, why hasn't this thing fallen apart in price the way everything else has? And that question is exactly what this video is about. Now think about this. Most cars in that price range have already been through 2 or 3 owners, a timing belt scare, and a check engine light that someone cleared with a $12 OBD scanner before the sale. The Corolla's price isn't random, it's the market telling you something. But before Marcus could figure out if $9,000 was a good deal, he needed to know what owning it was actually going to cost him every single year, and that's where things got interesting. Marcus figured the hard part was the purchase price. He was wrong. He called his insurance agent the week before he bought the car, ran the numbers, and the quote came back at $148 a month. That's $1,776 a year just to keep the car legal on the road. Marcus drives to work 5 days a week, about 22 miles each way. He's not a reckless driver. He's never had a DUI, one minor fender bender 7 years ago. And he's still writing a check every single month that's bigger than some people's car payments.
Here's what nobody tells you. Insurance doesn't care how old your car is. It cares about you, your zip code, your history, and what it costs to replace the other guy's bumper if something goes wrong. That $148 a month? For Marcus, that's 2 weeks of groceries every month, just gone. Now, your number may look different. Insurance depends on where you live, your age, and your driving record, but the pattern stays the same. Now, $1,776 a year sounds like a lot for a $9,000 car, and honestly, it is. But here's where Marcus stopped doing the math the wrong way. He wasn't comparing this Corolla to nothing. He was comparing it to a newer car with a $400 monthly payment and higher insurance on top. That's a different conversation entirely, and we're going to get there. But first, there's one cost that almost nobody budgets for correctly when they buy a used car. And for Marcus, it's the one that kept him up at night before he signed the paperwork. Marcus had one rule going into this purchase: no surprise repair bills over $1,000 in the first year. That was his line. Cross it, and the whole decision falls apart financially. So before he bought the Corolla, he did something most buyers skip. He looked up what it actually costs to maintain one. The average Corolla owner spends $370 a year on maintenance. That's it, $370. Marcus works with guys who spend more than that on a single oil change and tire rotation on their trucks. He's seen coworkers get hit with $800 brake jobs, $1,200 alternator replacements, $2,000 transmission flushes, all in the same year, all on vehicles that were supposed to be reliable. The Corolla's $370 average isn't a marketing number. It's what happens when a car is engineered to be simple on purpose. No turbos to blow, no dual-clutch transmission hunting for the right gear, no fancy air suspension slowly leaking money into the ground. Marcus thought about his buddy Dave in Dayton. Dave bought a used German sedan 2 years ago, paid less up front than the Corolla, felt like he won. 18 months later, Dave's in it for an extra $2,400 in repairs. The cheaper car wasn't cheaper at all. It was just cheaper to buy. And here's the thing, $370 a year means Marcus can actually plan. He knows roughly what's coming. There's no financial ambush hiding behind the next oil change. Now, we've covered what Marcus pays to own this car, but there's one more number that most buyers completely ignore when they calculate what a used car is really costing them, and it's the biggest one on the list. Nobody talks about this part. You buy a used car, you think depreciation already happened to the other guy. You think you're safe. You're not entirely safe. Marcus paid $9,000 for his Corolla. In a few years, when he's ready to sell or trade, that car isn't going to be worth $9,000 anymore. The 2016 Corolla has already dropped between 35 and 45% from its original $18,735 over 10 years. That loss already happened, but the car keeps moving through time, and time keeps taking value. Here's what that means in real terms. The buyer who paid $18,735 in 2016 didn't just buy a car. They absorbed the biggest hit, so Marcus didn't have to. That's actually one of the strongest arguments for buying used at this age and mileage. The original owner already paid for the steepest part of the drop. Marcus is buying in at the flatter part of the curve, but it's not zero. Nothing is zero. Whatever Marcus sells this car in 3 or 4 years, that gap between $9,000 and the future sale price is real money leaving his pocket. It's just leaving slowly and predictably instead of all at once. That's the difference between a financial surprise and a financial plan. If you enjoy breakdowns like this, head over to our playlist, Real Cost of Owning a Car in USA, on the Car Cost Breakdown channel. Link is in the description. Now, Marcus has all the pieces: purchase price, insurance, maintenance, depreciation already absorbed by the previous owner. It's time to put it all together and see what this Corolla is actually costing him. Marcus sat down on a Sunday morning with a notepad and a cup of coffee and did something most car buyers never do. He added it all up. Not just the sticker price, everything. This is what he found. Let's add it all up. Purchase price, $9,000. Insurance, 10 years, $17,760. Maintenance, 10 years, $3,700. 10-year total real cost, $30,460. That's what this car cost Marcus to own over 10 years, if he keeps it that long. Not $9,000, $30,000. And here's the thing, that number sounds big, but spread across 10 years, it's roughly $250 a month all in. Purchase, insurance, maintenance, everything. Compare that to a new car payment alone, before insurance, before maintenance, before anything, and Marcus's expensive used Corolla starts looking like the cheapest decision in the room. These are national averages. Your actual costs will vary based on your location, driving record, and vehicle condition. Run your own numbers before you decide. Marcus bought the Corolla. He's been driving it for 8 months. 1 oil change, 1 set of wiper blades. That's it. No check engine light, no surprise bill, no 2 a.m. phone call to a tow truck. Was it the right call? Based on everything we just walked through, yes. Not because the Corolla is exciting, not because it's impressive, because it does exactly what Marcus needed it to do at a cost he could actually predict and control. That's the real reason used Corollas cost what they cost in 2026. It's not hype, it's not brand loyalty, it's 10 years of owners discovering the same thing Marcus discovered, that boring and predictable is worth paying for when the alternative is financial chaos. The most expensive car you can own isn't always the most expensive car on the lot. Sometimes it's the cheap one that keeps breaking. If this breakdown helped you think differently about your next used car purchase, hit subscribe. One click keeps these real cost breakdowns coming to you every week. What's the highest mileage you've ever seen on a used car that was still running strong? And would you have bought it? Drop it in the comments.